The Gunslinger's last ride. They say the desert never forgets the blood it's tasted. And if you ride far enough under that bruised purple sky before dawn, you can almost hear it whisper back the names of the men who fell here. I was one of those names, though I was still breathing. The air was cold enough to bite my lungs as my horse, and I crested the low ridge. Down below lay the town of Perdition, a scatter of sun-bleached wood and rusting tin, crouched against the wind like an old dog with bad bones. I hadn't seen this place in 20 years, not since the night I spilled blood in its dusty street and rode away with the law and my conscience chasing at my heels. Now I was back, not for vengeance, not for gold, but because of a promise. She'd written me a letter years after I'd gone. Just one line. If you ever find your soul again, bring it back to Perdition. Her name was Ruth, a widow I'd made when my bullet found her husband. That's a sin a man carries deep, and I carried it too long. But riding back into Perdition wasn't like stepping into the past. It was like stepping into the ghost of a place, and knowing some of those ghosts were still waiting for me. The saloon was still there, the Red Lantern, though the paint was peeling and the door hung crooked on its hinges. I tied my horse and stepped inside. Eyes turned. Conversation stopped. The old piano in the corner sat silent, its keys gathering dust. Most faces were new, a generation grown up without knowing me. But one wasn't new at all. Elias Kane. He'd been a boy the night I killed his father. Now he was a man, broad-shouldered, with the same steel-gray eyes. "You're a long way from where they buried your shame, Gunslinger," he said, voice low. I took off my hat. "I didn't come for trouble, Elias." "Trouble's already here," he said. "You just walked in wearing it. There's no talking peace with a man who's been feeding on hatred for 20 years. Still, I wasn't here for a gunfight. Not yet. I found her at the little church on the edge of town, tending to a small graveyard. She was older now, her hair streaked with silver, but her eyes, they still saw through me. "I didn't expect you to come," she said, voice steady. "I didn't expect it either," I said. "But a man gets tired of running from the same shadow." We talked for hours under the cottonwoods. Not about forgiveness. She didn't give it, and I didn't ask for it. But there was something in the way she listened, in the way she said my name, that told me maybe redemption wasn't about erasing the past, but carrying it different. When I left her that afternoon, I thought maybe I'd done what I came for. But Perdition had other plans. They came for me at sundown. Elias Kane and 3 others, blocking the street outside the saloon. "You took my father," Elias said. "I'll take your life." The street was quiet except for the wind. "You sure you want this, boy?" I asked. He spat in the dust. "I've been sure since I was 8 years old." I could have walked away. But walking away leaves a man's back exposed, and I'd learned long ago, the West doesn't forgive that kind of mistake. The fight wasn't quick. We circled each other under the dying sun, the town watching from behind windows and half-open doors. My hand hovered over my coat. His twitched. I thought of Ruth, of her eyes, of the weight I've been carrying all these years. Then the world narrowed to the sound of a single heartbeat. His gun flashed. Mine answered. When the smoke cleared, Elias was on the ground, clutching his shoulder. The bullet had missed his heart by an inch. On purpose. I holstered my gun. "You still got a life, boy. Don't waste it chasing mine." I left Perdition at dawn the next day. Ruth watched from her porch, a shadow in the morning light. I didn't take her forgiveness with me. But I took something else, the feeling that maybe, just maybe, I put the gun down for good. The desert never forgets the blood it's tasted. But sometimes, if a man rides far enough, it lets him ride with the wind instead of against it. And that, out here, is the closest thing the piece of Gunslinger can find.